Hey guys, this is Starshot here to welcome you to another Let's Play of Legend of Heroes. We last left off finishing up the Cultural Festival and enjoying the wonderful play that Estelle and Joshua were able to perform in. But now we're pretty much done with our work, so we need to head back to the Bracer Guild, along with getting Chloe to back to Menorah to see the kids. So let's go ahead and get moving. Yeah, so as you've kind of noticed with some of these episodes, there will be some times when we'll be pretty much, it's all just story. There's really not much for me to talk about outside of just voicing the lines. And then other times when we do side quests and things like that, there'll be plenty of time for discussions and topics that I will kind of tell you guys about, or stories I might have when doing these videos. But, you know, for now it's just kind of focusing on the game itself, because as you've noticed, it's pretty inexpensive story with a lot of lines of dialogue. I think, as I mentioned before, I'm sure this game has more lines than Mass Effect ever did. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Yes. Thank you so much for the last few days. No problem. It's been fun. Take care, and say hi to Matron Thea and the kids for us. Don't worry, I will. Hey, you three! Huh? You're from Menorah, aren't you? You guys are... bracers, right? We got big trouble. What kind of big trouble? Wheeze. Hang on a sec, I need to catch my breath. Phew. Someone attacked Matron Thea and the kids near Menorah. Whoa, say what now? No. Hey, are you alright? Keep your cool. This is no time to go fainting on us. I'm sorry. Please, tell us whatever you can. Okay. They were apparently assaulted by some strange group on the way back from the campus festival. The kids are okay, but Matron Thea and that bracer lady got knocked out. You mean Karna? No way! They must have been highly trained. I would have contacted the guild, but communications are down at the inn. I didn't have much choice other than to run all the way here. I see. Well, thank you for your help. If you can manage it, would you go on to Ruin for us? We got to hurry to Menorah. Okay, will do. Let's get going. Okay. Alright. Well, you heard them. Sadly, the kids just can't seem to get any luck, can they? And we just spotted a giant monster bouncing on its tail. The creepiest looking frogman I've ever seen. And we can't go any further unless we take care of it, so we got the stove plant, but that should be easy enough to take care of, and we got the Jabbas. We'll attack with arts, weak against water. We got the Crocodark, and we got the Corn Mover. Plant-like monster that looks like a corn stalk, shoots seeds to kill its prey, and it's weak to fire. Okay. They definitely have some interesting names, even if they're not that... if they're a bit weird sometimes. But yeah, let's go ahead and try and take care of most of these monsters. It looks like since they're weak to water, we should focus on that if we can. But Joshua here should be fine just attacking if he can hit anything. And apparently they can roll. They sort of look like they're meditating or something, but they're definitely very ugly, aren't they? Let's see, I'll go ahead and do a blue impact, and that should do quite a hit on this Jabba here. I won't worry too much about the stove plants for now. But then again, our friend Joshua here is pretty low, so I should probably give him a heal before he gets killed. Okay, so we got decent damage from that, so we should be low enough to attack now. Let me go ahead and take this 10 attack strength away from them and use it on someone. Since these Jabbas are kind of really annoying, let me go ahead and take care of this one for now. So yeah, with the number of enemies and how hard these Jabbas are hitting, we probably want to be careful and not try and rush this too much. I am hoping to take care of this stovepipe though, since we can do a pretty good hit out of them. Yeah, good. One less plant to worry about. And the arts are hitting a bit hard though. I guess I'll go ahead and take their crit from him. Oh, she actually has a different one. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and use it since we can. Okay, so her CP super move is pretty much a critical heal to everyone. That's pretty nice actually, but I probably would have preferred an attack. But we'll go ahead and of course keep attacking and try and take care of these monsters here and there. She does have the water moves, so we should probably make use of them while we can. Against Jabba here, since he's the weakest for that. And we can take the times 10 strength away from the stove plant and use it on... Well, let's go ahead and try and take care of this corn mover just so it's out of the way. Since the Jabbas still have a while before they attack. But yeah, pretty much any time there's a monster that we can choose to exterminate, we can go ahead and take care of it. And we'll of course get a quest out of it and some extra BP. I'll go ahead and target him since we can. And at least she's pretty good against the fire attack, so no worries there. But hopefully we can weaken him enough to kill him. Yeah, he doesn't take physical attacks. Or he takes them on, sadly not as strongly as he does water. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just target him to try and get him out of the way, even though he's gonna get his hearts off. That pretty much took care of him. And he only has that much left, so I'll just do an Aqua Bleed. Actually, I'll go ahead and do a Hellgate. That should at least hit him as well as the Jabba. Take care of them both, hopefully. Well, so much for that. But it hit those two, so that actually works out pretty well. I'll go ahead and do the Aqua Bleed on him. And of course he heals when he attacks, so, you know, that's always fun to deal with, isn't it? But yeah, we pretty much have most of them taken care of, but we'll go ahead and do a heal. Okay, it looks like I have to do Latira. But we got enough, so that should be works out just fine. And we got plenty of seeps for that too. So that'll be helpful later on. And we just took care of the second monster. And I am slightly curious that even though this is a dire situation, that I should probably be running towards Menorah right now. I'll check out to see if I can go to Ruin and to the Bracer Guild and see if there are any new quests, just in case, so I don't miss out on anything. Okay, so just the Gull Seaway monster too that we just took care of, so I might as well go ahead and report that. But yeah, so looks like that was the only one to kind of pop up at this point after the story we just did for the Genius Royal School, Royal Academy. So we're all pretty much good. Actually, let me go ahead and check up on any gear or orbments maybe, just to be sure. I want to make sure we're all prepared and ready to go. Let's see. Okay, so nothing new armor or equipment wise. So now just to double check on the orbment shop here, just to see if there's anything new or not. Well, we have the cast too, but I might want to save that just in case we need the Thief for something else that would be maybe a bit stronger. Like the EP2, I guess wouldn't be too bad to do. And of course there's always the chance that we might end up actually getting these through treasure chest or rewards later on, which would save the Thief's costs. Because I would like to make sure that we get Joshua here fully opened, since the last one, as you can see here, requires a lot more green for what we currently have. But yeah, so it looks like nothing new equipment-wise or orbment-wise, unless you want to pick up some of those orbments you EP cut or cast to at all. But I feel like I'll be fine without him for now, and so I'll go ahead and run to Menorah to try and get this situation sorted. It is fairly odd, though, isn't it, that Matron Thea was attacked as soon as she got all that money in hand. I'll be curious to find out if there's something more going on here or not. Or that's sometimes the problems you run into when you just come into a large sum of money. But then this whole situation of the orphanage being burned down in the first place is suspicious still. Let's see. So I'm guessing... Okay, I guess they're not here. Is there somewhere where we need to go, or... I guess I'll need to talk to someone at the inn and see if there's anything going on there. Since they should be on the second floor, I believe. Okay, here we go. Oh! Miss Chloe! Everyone! Wah! It was so scary! Thank goodness, you're all safe. Pardon me, but what about the others? How is Matron Thea? Don't worry, they're not hurt. They haven't woken up though, which has me a little worried. If I may, then, I'd like to see them. No doubt about it, someone used sleeping powder. Sleeping powder? Yes, there's still a faint hint of it in the air. It's probably the kind without side effects, so there's no real need for concern. Hey Clem, can you tell us what happened? I'll tell you. We were walking along the coast road with the Bracer Lady, and these strange guys in masks showed up out of nowhere. The Bracer Lady fought them for a while, but they surrounded her. She fought them to save us and Matron Thea. That's why... There. It must have been so scary. They took an envelope from the matron. I wanted really bad to get it back. Mr. Joshua, I couldn't help her. Don't think that way, Clem. I know that Matron Thea would just be happy that all of you are safe. That's why you mustn't blame yourself. But I... Sob, sniffle. I don't believe this. Who would do such a thing? Whoever it is must certainly be skilled at hiding his or her presence. After all, the bracer wasn't alerted and Matron Thea is unconscious. Chloe? I get the feeling that this was very deliberate. I would say that the criminals were probably targeting the donations Matron Thea had on her. If we find the money, we'll find the culprit. Yes, you're probably right. You seem a little calmer than earlier. Yes. In order to help the matron and the kids, I must compose myself. Regardless, we must find who did this as soon as possible. She's right, you know. Ah! Agate. I heard what was going on at the guild. Looks like you've gotten wrapped up in one hell of a mess. Hey, don't make light of the situation. Carnia got hurt too. I know that, so quit your yapping. Carnia's no amateur either. It'll take someone pretty skilled to beat her. How about you give me a quick rundown of what's been going on here? Okay. And we get to tell him the whole story about the donations for the orphanage. Huh, alright then. That's definitely something weird going on. Weird how? Well, here's the thing. You know that Raven gang that was hanging out at the warehouse? They're all gone now. Warehouse is empty. Then... they must be the ones who assaulted Matron Thea. I'm not so sure about that. I really doubt that they have what it takes to get the upper hand on Carnia. Yeah, that's true. They talk a bit game, but I don't think they could back it up. Yeah, give them a single hard look and they just shut right up. However, today they're suddenly nowhere to be found. Couple that with today's little incident, and what do you get? Like I said, something weird is going on. Even if they're not directly responsible for the fire, I do feel like they're involved somehow. Yeah, but this ain't the time to go checking that out. Come on, greenhorns, let's go. What are you talking about? Where are we going? You slow in the head or something? Obviously we're going to the seaside path where the crime happened. How those idiots did it doesn't matter right now. We've got to focus on finding some clues as to where they are. Ah, true. Understood. We'll help. And it looks like we're back to investigating, guys. Wow, how'd it get to be so late? Bah, this is no good. How are we supposed to search in the dark? Hey, what was that sound? Oh, Sieg, where have you been? What the hell? That's Sieg. He's Chloe's Grey Falcon companion. Sorry, I was trying to pronounce it right, but maybe I should just say Grey Falcon. Phew, as long as he's friendly. Scree! 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 Understood. Thank you, Sieg. Scree! Now I've seen everything. So, Missy, what did your friend there tell you? The whereabouts of the ruffians who assaulted Thea, evidently. It seems that he saw the attack. Ha ha ha! That's a good one. Nice going, Sieg. Yes, most impressive. Scree! Now wait one damn minute. You mean to tell me you actually believe that load of bull? We've seen him communicate several times. Hey, if you don't believe us, you don't have to come along. Come on, guys. Alright. Scree! Well, so much for the investigation, huh, guys? We have, our Scooby-Doo animal friend here to help us. Wait up, you punks! This does seem like it's homing in on something, but come on, are we really following that thing? If this is your idea of a joke, it's not funny. It's not a joke. The matron and the children are like family to me. Fine then. I thought you were yanking my chain, but I guess I'll tag along. Geez, why don't you say what you really think? All that aside, we need to get going after Sieg. Well, now that we have a new party member, let's see what he can do. Let's see. So it looks like he only has 3 slots open, and he can do attack, so he can do water, earth, and fire, which I guess is fine since he's more of a physical fighter than a arts user anyway. And we got plenty of abilities here as well. It would be good if I could maybe get a upgraded water, just so that I have the other one as well. But it looks like we won't have that. And oh, okay, HP slowly recovers by walking. Oh, that's really nice actually. Yeah, I can only water quartz only, and she already has HP 2 and mine 2 already. Oh, good. And with if I were to give heal to her, she'll be able to make use of that. But I guess I'll let Chloe keep hers for now. I believe we do get some of the quartz from these characters after they leave the party. But I'll let you guys know if that's the case or not when that happens, because it would be nice to get some of those arts orphans to have as well. But that was the case with Scheherazade and the other one as well, Oliver. Isn't that the way to the lighthouse? Let's go and check it out. Yeah, why would they be going this way? Matron and Thea and the kids. Why would they be over this way? But then again, maybe the culprits are hiding out in the lighthouse for some reason. Is that old lighthouse keeper the culprit? Is he the one who snatched all the mirror from them? Let's find out. Just as I thought. The Vernarin Lighthouse? It belongs to the city of Ruin. If I remember right, there's a man who lives here all alone. This appears to be the place. I'm almost positive that the ones who attacked Matron Thea and the children are here in this building. Which means that there's a high chance the perpetrators have taken over the lighthouse. And from the looks of it, that seems to be the only entrance. I guess that's all there is left to do, is to check it out for ourselves. Yes. Now hold on there a minute, girl. I want to see the truth with my own eyes. What the hell are you talking about? I want to know why someone would do such a horrible thing like that. So please, take me with you. I can see where you're coming from, but... Oh, come on. Don't act all stingy now. The only reason we knew about this place to begin with was because of Chloe. And I can guarantee she can handle herself. So at least you don't have to worry about her getting in the way. Estelle? Joshua? Fine. Have your way. But I hope you remember that these guys are the ones who put Karna out of commission. Make sure you don't let down your guard. I'll keep that in mind. Well, I guess it's decided then. Alright, let's hurry and check the place out. And here we go, straight into the lion's den. Oh look, it's the ravens again. These guys again? Aren't they the ones from before? I swear, if I wasn't looking at them with my own eyes right now, I would never believe it. Hey, what the hell are you doing here? But the Raven Gang members' eyes are blank and emotionless. If any of you guys are familiar, whenever apparently they have blank or emotionless stares, it usually means they're being mind controlled. Or something, in one form or another, who knows. But I guess it's always a nice trope to have when you want people to do things you wouldn't expect them to. Hey! Okay, look out! Where are you getting this strength from? Dean, you son of a... This is just perfect. Now I don't know what kind of drugs you're smoking. But if I have to beat some sense back into you, I will. As he went for the overhead swing, that would likely cut him in half. Yeah, I guess that's the only issue I sometimes have with these games, with these RPGs sometimes. You know, they do attacks, but, you know, you don't see any specific, injury or, you know, like, think about it. If you were to swing that giant sword at someone and it hit them, you would expect either something to be broken or chopped off. So, you know, they would be severely wounded in some form or another and require hospitalization at least. But yeah, let's go ahead and try and get the whole party in. They're not weak to any specific element, so I'm just kind of going ahead and targeting them with what I think would work well for a party scenario. But, oh, well, that was a crit anyway, so... Let's go ahead and make use of Hellgate here. That's always handy to have. So yeah, I recommend whenever you have the chance, you should consider giving Hellgate to Joshua as well. Since it can be pretty powerful, as we can see here. But for our friend Adgate here, he's better off just swinging his sword around. And of course we have to take care of Dean here, or he's just gonna keep bringing his men back to life. And of course I'll be saving up on some EP since she's a bit low. But she's completely fine with making use of that, so I'll go ahead and just do a blue impact, just to focus more on him, really. But yeah, you know, it would be nice to see some form of or change in the character whenever they take an injury. You know, because when you think about it, like in like a lot of the Final Fantasy games, you know, you'll have enemies who use guns, but for whatever reason, and when you think about a gun, you usually think about someone killing them in one shot, or they're at least severely hurt. And where are all these criticals coming from, I ask you? Oh well, not much I can do about it now, but I'll go ahead and keep doing blue impact to take care of the leader here. But I'll go ahead and have Joshua here take care of Dean right away with this critical, hopefully. And thankfully the move does transfer over, which is nice. And they keep missing. But that took care of it, things. So... But, like, it's not a deal breaker for me, of course. But I guess it's just one of those things you can nitpick about. You know, hey, why don't we see any significant injuries to these guys other than kind of what we see right here? I can't believe it. These guys are 100 times stronger than when we dealt with them at the warehouse. They appear to be acting rather strange. I wonder what's going on. It looks like they're being controlled by someone. Controlled? Yeah, I agree. I would say it's some sort of special hypnotic induction using a combination of drugs and suggestion. This allows the person controlling them to draw out their maximum physical potential. Can someone really do that? Of course, but they'll need to be pretty skilled to even attempt such a thing. And I can only think of one group that could pull off something like this. You have an idea who might be responsible? Yeah, possibly. But there's no time to talk about it now. Let's head upstairs. The real perpetrator should be up there. Alright, let's go. Look, it's Ras. Here they come. It looks like we don't have any choice but to put them down the hard way. So it looks like we'll kind of be doing this sort of all over again. So there's a shakedown, but as you saw, it just decreases their defense. And then of course, if we have a crit, we should probably use it on him there. But of course, we'll mostly want to focus on taking care of the leader because of that whole revive thing they have. It's best to do that, or we'll just keep doing this all over and over again until and it'll never end. And there's usually not much benefit to re-killing enemies that you've already taken care of once. And it's nice to see that shouting things at people will improve their stats somehow. Oh yeah, actually we do have that heal that I know the others have, so I'll just focus on using that instead. Let's see here. Oh yeah, revives and cures. It's definitely a lot nicer to have than relying on using items. And then an aerial should hopefully take care of things here for now. You know, and not very many games, from what I can tell, do have mid-battle animations where the characters will actually change their looks or their appearance after they've taken some damage. I know a few different games that have actually done that. I know like some fighting games, especially some DBZ games I remember did that, as well as yeah, let's go ahead and take care of him right away before he gets his attack off. Yeah, I know. And then of course there was some, I know some Final Fantasies did it too. Let's go ahead and revive him again. And then thankfully he'll do it right away. Or she'll do it right away, so that's taken care of. But it looks like it'll take a little bit more to finish this one off, apparently. Oops. Oh well. Well, Adgate really isn't part of the party just yet, so, and he's fine. But of course I'll go ahead and heal everyone up so we're ready for the next battle. With Chloe here being our main healer, of course. Oh, and it looks like they do keep the KO effect, so you will need to either use an item or, thankfully, Chloe's healing abilities to bring him back. So that should be good for now. And so we have one more level to deal with here, with Rocco. I'm really sorry about this. I really don't want to fight with anyone being controlled, but this isn't the time to be holding back. Why, we don't need to kill them, just knock them out. Rocco's Modern Life. Still can't believe that's coming back. But other than just remembering it fondly as a kid, I'm not really quite sure how good it was or how much I have to say about it. But yeah, I should probably take that crit away from Rocco here and just use it myself. But yeah, so, you know, not many games I saw ever did do or a change in their status animation, other than pretty much the usual, like I know in some games they did at least change the characters when status effects occurred. But some of those, of course, are very simple, just like what Heroes does here with with just that little box of hanging above them with the whatever the status effect is. Yeah, I'll just keep to the blue impact since none of them are in a good position to do it. Yeah, that crit really helped though. So Rocco should be taken care of pretty quickly here. But yeah, so I can understand why maybe most developers wouldn't kind of bother with that, because it's just more art assets they dedicate to something that, you know, is a nice touch but isn't necessary to, you know, that takes you out of the game too much. But then again, this game is originally from 2004, so, you know, for the most part, I still feel like this game itself stands out fairly well. For, you know, for the, pretty much the PS2 era or so. Yeah, I guess I should go ahead and heal Agate here before he gets, killed again and I have to revive. But I guess they do at least change the character portraits here, so they at least, you know, when they're weakened, they do look more injured. But yes, he's dead now. But I'll go ahead and heal him just so that, you know, he can gain some XP if possible. But yeah, it looks like the next attack would hurt, so I'll just go ahead and do a move here. That's sadly the only thing you can do. I wouldn't mind a defend option for a guard. It would be kind of nice. But oh well.
That's that. Let's move out.
As long as we get some levels and plenty of seeps. Oh good, Joshua learned Cloak and Dagger, a new craft. Of course, we're still short on the wind seeps, so we still have a while to go. Let's see, did this say anything here? No, I guess not. And let's go ahead and heal Agate before we continue on. And everyone else should be good to go. So let's go ahead and meet the final boss of this tower, which isn't on this floor. Hey, you hear that? Oh great, the Stuart Gilbert apparently is the mastermind behind all this, and those weird cloak people who talked to the bandits, sky bandits before apparently are involved too. So I guess the question now is still Stuart Gilbert the only one, or is the mayor also behind this too? Well, time to find out then. A job well done. Now we'll be able to blame this mess on those punks and everything will work out perfectly. So, I take it that you're satisfied with our work? Yes, you've handled things nicely. But just to make sure, you haven't left any incriminating evidence, right? Haha, you've got nothing to worry about there. And even when those fools regain their senses, they won't remember a thing. The lighthouse keeper shouldn't wake up until morning either. I'm relieved to hear that. With this, the matron of that orphanage should give up on our dreams of rebuilding it. And the series of incidents along with this arson will end up looking like the work of those lowlives. We can get 2 birds with 1 stone. It's perfect! Okay, just... sorry to take anyone out of this little story segment we have here going, but... my biggest question right now is, why the heck are they concerned with the matron and the orphanage? What the orphanage ever do to them? Were they just simply a scapegoat used to, you know, for the low lives to do something with, or what? What's this guy's problem? We are glad to see that our clients are happy with our work. However, if you don't mind me asking, what's the benefit in destroying that orphanage? Oh good, they're actually going to answer a question for us, thank God. I was going to be leaving me, you know, that might, you know, have kept me up all night if they never answered that. That's the one thing I've been having a hard time understanding. Ha, please, if you really want to know so bad, I'll let you in on the secret. The mayor intends to transform that entire area into a series of very, very upscale vacation homes. Wait, seriously? Vacation homes? Come on. I'm sorry to say this, but I feel that's a little bit played out in terms of, you know, Yes, we need to have this land so we can make these very nice vacation homes and sell them for millions. Mwahaha! Oh well. It's a good enough reason as anything for bad guys, isn't it? Interesting. A scenic seaside area not far from Ruin City. What more favorable geographic conditions could there be than that for a vacation home? We'll build lavish estates there and then sell them off to the highest bidders. That being the mayor's plan all along. Now that's a ritzy plan if I ever heard one. But I still don't get why it was necessary to burn the orphanage to the ground. Haha, think about it. Imagine trying to sell a luxury estate to someone with a ramshackle place like that marring the view. Not to mention all the little brats running around close by and making a ruckus. I see. Something like that would definitely cut their value in half. But instead of going to extreme like that, why not just buy up the place? Ha! You didn't really think that stubborn woman would sell off the land left to her by her late husband, did you? And if we were to haul away the burned out remains while they were away and build something in its place, there's not much they could do, could they? And since they have no money to rebuild the place, they'll have no choice but to accept their fate. That was your reasoning? How long have you been standing there? For something like that? You hurt Matron Thea and the children and burned their memories to ashes? You deprived those children of their smiles for that? How did you know we were here? But before that, what are those lowlives doing downstairs? Too bad for you, they're taking a long nap. And to think that the mayor was behind it all. Plus, some faces we've seen before seem to be involved too. So, you know who we are, do you? We have been briefly acquainted with that red-headed bracer before. Ha! So running off like dogs with the tails between your legs and sinking some monsters on me means we're acquainted, huh? But now I finally got you where I want you. Kill them! Kill them all! Now that they've seen my face, I can't let them walk out of here alive. It's unfortunate that you've fallen this far, Gilbert. Well, since this is a request from our client, I guess we'll just have to comply. Let's see what you've got, Brazers. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just because you're hired help, don't think that you're any less responsible. I think it's time to make you taste the power of the heavy blade. Oh wow. They definitely got some moves on them, don't they? And some decent damage too. We'll have to be careful in this. See, highly trained, well-versed in variety of skills. Well, we'll see kind of what we can do. I'll go ahead and clock up here. See if that makes things a bit easier for us. And keep Flo here dedicated to healing for now. Oh good, so Agate can have the crit now. So we'll make use of his strength and see if we can get a good hit in. Not as good as I was hoping, but we'll take what we can get. Actually, since she has the chance, I'll go ahead and clock up Flo here just to make sure she can heal more quickly. And yeah, I'll go ahead and keep on just attacking and maybe save the EP attacks for Estelle and Flo here since they're a bit more dedicated to that. And then of course I'll need to heal our friend Agate here. And Estelle when we get the chance as well. I got a good hit in there too. Oops, there goes Estelle. But we should be able to get something in. And actually, this might be a good time for a craft. It's Surprise attack aimed at an enemy's weak spot. Okay, 20% KO with a single attack. But I'll go ahead and do Flicker since we got these two lined up right here. And let me check the craft here. Let's see, Radiant Flash revives KO and heals 1,800 with a plus defense, and if 2 CP is 200. Okay, so if it's 200, it'll do the 50 plus defense. But we'll just go ahead and do this and to use it as a way of healing everyone right now. Now that we got the chance.
Heal these battered wings. Radiant Flash!
And I'd rather keep Agate with a critical right now, so I didn't want to replace that. Like we've been doing before. But yeah, it looks like I'll need to do some sort of heal. But with this guy close by and the other one low, I should hopefully be able to take care of this one and not worry about Estelle getting killed. So that's one down. And let's go ahead and heal Estelle here before she goes down too. Let's see. And then I'll go ahead and do a Aqua Bleed. They don't have any particular elements to take advantage of, so just anything will do. And they're almost done here. I'll go ahead and lower it a bit more. Oh good, she was able to take care of it.
Well, that takes care of that.
And plenty more seep, but sadly not enough quite yet. This can't be! Gilbert, steward of the mayor, and you boys in black. In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. Give it up and surrender. You're pretty tough, I'll give you that. Going toe-to-toe with you hasn't disappointed me at all. Ah, the lieutenant's going to be mad. He warned us about this. We shouldn't have been as careless as we were. The lieutenant? Do you mean that guy wearing the red mask who was negotiating with the Sky Bandits? I'm surprised you know about that. It looks like you dogs from the guild are better at sniffing things out than we thought. Your insults are pretty funny considering we just gave you a serious beatdown. Now hurry up and throw down your weapons and surrender. Sorry, but we can't do that. What? What do you think you're doing? Don't move. Come any closer and this guy's brains are going to be splattered all over the place. What is the meaning of this? What do you intend to do by threatening your employer? You're wrong about that. You are not our employer, the mayor is. But whether it was you or the mayor here, the outcome would have been the same. We only cooperated with you because we shared a mutual interest. And we couldn't care less whether you live or die. Please! Don't shoot! Don't shoot me! Cut the tears and the crap. Don't think you can get away by trying to fool us with a show like that. Ah! My leg! Ah! My leg! Gilbert! Tch. Looks like they were serious about what they said. If this isn't enough of a show for you, then how about we blow the brains out of the lighthouse keeper? He has nothing to do with this. If his life means anything to you, then I suggest you back up. Let's see, like over by the stairs? Seems we don't have much of a choice. Haha, that's right, do what you're told like the dogs you are. And it looks like this is where we bid you farewell. Wait! Don't think you're getting away this time. Now when did that rope get there? A rope? These guys were seriously prepared for anything. I'm leaving you to take care of that idiot steward and the rest. What? I'm going after these guys. The rest of you report to Gene and ask him for further instructions. Ah! Well, if this is Estelle we're talking about here, I'm pretty sure she'll want to run after them. So I'll go ahead with that choice then. Alright, me too. Hold on, Estelle. Didn't you just hear what Agate said? We can't just forget about Gilbert and those guys from the Raven gang. I actually kind of like how she's pretty much just frozen in place right there. You know, taking advantage of the animation frame and all. That's right. And though I think Gilbert got what was coming to him, he is still hurt. Oh, alright. I hate to say this, but I guess we'll just have to leave the rest up to Agate. Thus, in the end, Estelle and the others were able to take back the stolen money without incident. By the time the mayor's steward and the group of delinquents were safely locked up in the Menorah windmill shed, morning had already broken. Now then, I'll keep an eye on things here. Could you return to Ruin and report back to Jean? That's fine with me, but are you sure you'll be okay? Come on, I just got a whiff of sleeping powder is all. It all happened a little too fast for me to remember who attacked me, though. Pretty shameful, I know. Don't beat yourself up over it. You still managed to fend off 4 attackers. The children are safe thanks to you. I can't thank you enough. Haha, well, I guess there's that at least. Still, will Agate be okay facing them on his own? I know he's tough and all, but it still worries me. Yeah, if they somehow manage to get the drop on him. For now, we'll just have to trust that he knows what he's doing. He's been after those guys for a while now. He knows how they work, so I think that they'll have a tough time taking him on. Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll just have to focus on what we can do. You're right. You're exactly right. I'll hang on to the donated money until the matron wakes up. If those guys want it, they'll have to pry it from my cold, dead fingers. You can count on me. I'll be fine, so you can go on ahead. Alright, be careful. Let's go, guys. Well, you heard him, so we'll be off to check in with Dean, with the bracers and all that, to find out what to do next. But until then, have fun gaming.